All right, what's going on, folks? We got a little, I don't even know what to call this, bro. We got a quick little strong arm sports episode for you guys today. We'll call it the Super Bowl special. That works for you, bro?
Yeah, Super Bowl 49 special. Let's get it.
So, man, if you guys don't know, Super Bowl 49 was all it was billed to be. If you are a fan of the sport, especially if you didn't really have a dog in the race, if you weren't rooting for one team or the other, this was probably one of the greatest Super Bowls I think I've ever seen. You know, the deciding play happened with 28 seconds left in the game, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a game, man. So a lot of conspiracy theories seem to have surfaced after that game. And you know, we talked back and forth about the things. And we said, you know what, let's just throw an episode together and talk about this. So we really don't have a platform for this show. We just going to kind of do what we do. We're just going to talk sports. So, bro, you want to start this thing off, man?
I want to start it off. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations to the New England Patriots. You guys played a great game. Regardless of what people think, you guys deserve to get that W. You guys wanted it. To me, you guys wanted it more. For starters, I want to start off by saying Tom Brady cooked in that game yesterday. Tom Brady, regardless, you know, he had 2 interceptions. But Tom Brady, the thing I like about Tom Brady is he refuses to lose, man. That dude wants to win, man. When they was up 10, and that crazy little fluky pass that kind of reminded everybody of David Tyree, Tom Brady's face was like, no, not again. Like Tom Brady,
he was hurt.
He was devastated, yo. When you could just see the devastation on his face. But for starters, I want to start off with a couple of things people, you know, reported on today. You know, a lot of speculation. They were saying that an anonymous, I'm doing the quote fingers here, an anonymous Seahawk player, not fan, a Seahawk player came out today and said, he told a reporter, he said that Pete Carroll wanted to put the game in Russell Wilson's hands for the win. He did not, on that final play, he did not want Marshawn Lynch to get the final touchdown and for him to win MVP. This is coming from a Seattle Seahawk anonymous player. So, yeah. So is that, with that being said right there, do you think it's friction inside that locker room moving forward? And do you think players in the Seahawks on the Seahawks team, excuse me, do you think they blame Pete Carroll for the loss?
I think you kind of have to. I mean, Pete Carroll calls the offensive plays. Am I right?
Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, I know they have an OC, but I mean,
they got an offensive coordinator. But I mean, the players are sent in through Pete. Like the offensive coordinator can say this, and Pete has to sign
the final say.
He has the last say so. Yeah. Right. So I think you have to blame Pete. I don't know if I buy him not wanting. Like, why would he not want Marshawn Lynch to have the game-winning touchdown? How does he benefit? How do you, the coach of the Patriots, don't benefit from any damn body on the Patriots getting the game-winning touchdown? That's what I don't get.
I have no clue.
I mean, a lot of people were calling conspiracy theories. I heard they didn't want Marshawn to be the MVP. What else did I hear? I hear that it was bought. You know, like Vegas, I don't know. I guess Vegas hit him on the bat phone and said, whoa, wait a minute. You know,
I heard that
I don't know.
I heard that
I know this. And I am not a Pete Carroll fan. I said it on Twitter. The guys that follow me on Twitter know I said, the fact that I don't like Pete Carroll, I could easily come in here and bang the cannon on Pete for that last call.
You know, a lot of go ahead.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, though, bro, because here's the thing. I was talking to somebody at work, and they said, I think the game was bought because you 1 yard out, and this is a big – me and Nate was going back and forth about the timeouts because Nate said they only had 1. And if I remember correctly, they had 2. Did they have 2 or 1, or do you remember?
They had 1 timeout left.
So it was just 1. Okay, so Pete Carroll's logic was he was going to throw a pass. If it was an incomplete pass, he stopped the clock. You know, he had a logic for why he called a passing play. But the guy at work says to me, he says, why would they pass when they got this great running back? So I say, so you expected them to run? He said, yeah. I said, so if you sitting at home in your living room expected them to run, Pete Carroll had to be thinking that the Patriots was expecting them to run. So he tried to throw what I would call a trick play. It's not really a trick play, but in that situation. And it just didn't work. But had it worked, everybody who was calling for Pete Carroll's head would be calling him an offensive genius today. You guys will be saying Pete Carroll is a genius. At the end of the first half, when everybody thought Pete Carroll should kick the field goal, everybody on my timeline was like, the Seahawks are dumb, Pete Carroll's an idiot, why aren't they just taking 3? He took a gamble, he threw a pass in the end zone, it was a touchdown, and everybody loved him.
Yep,
everybody loved him. So he took another gamble at the end of the game and it bit him in the ass, and now everybody hates him. That's the problem with gambling. You can't win all the time. You can't win all the time on the gambles. The house never loses.
You know, the funny thing is, if I was the coach, and like you said, I'm pretty sure the Patriots knew that they probably, if everybody else knew it was going to be a run, the Patriots probably thought it was going to be a run. But a lot of people are saying, you know, talking about the wide receiver, talking about the play call, man, they got to give the DB, what's his name? Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler. They got to give Malcolm Butler some credit, man. The way that kid jumped that route, he wanted it more. He flew like a bat out of hell to get that ball. And as a DB, that's what you teach. Plant that back foot and explode through the receiver to get the ball. And that's exactly what he did. First of all, them being down there, he gave up the big play for them to be down there. So I knew in his mind, he probably was like, man, I gotta make something happen. And he got his opportunity. Now me, if I was the head coach of Seattle, I would have lived and died with running Marshawn Lynch. I don't care if they knew it was going to be a run. I'd have ran Marshawn Lynch. First of all, he almost got him in there the previous play before they threw the slant. He almost got him the little pick play. He almost got him in near that play. He got him down to like the 1 yard line, a little bit inside the 1. I'd have ran Marshawn Lynch 3 times straight dive. I would have brought in my power, my big offensive lineman, and we would have just pounded them straight 3 plays in a row. And if we would have lost like that, I could live with losing like that. Me personally, it sucks. If I was on the Seahawks, it will suck to lose like that. But if I was a Patriot, that kid, Malcolm, I keep forgetting his name. Malcolm Butler, Malcolm Butler, that kid jumped that route and he made an amazing play. And I think that kid deserved more credit. I know they talked to him after the Super Bowl. But that kid deserved way more credit than everybody just saying, well, Pete Carroll, you know, that play and blah, blah, blah. They ain't really talking about the kid and how he jumped that route. Because I'm going to tell you, if he was a second slower, that was a touchdown. That was a touchdown.
But let me throw this into the mix. Everyone keeps saying this is an awful way for the Seahawks to lose. But I was sitting at home in my living room thinking, wow, the Patriots are one unlucky squad because they're going to lose on another miracle catch. Yeah. So either way that game went out, it was going to suck for the other team. Both teams really fought hard. But that catch on the sideline, I was really sitting there thinking, good grief. The Patriots are one unlucky squad. How many times are they going to lose the Super Bowl on a miracle catch? That's really what I was thinking. When they got in the red zone, and I looked at number 24 over there, I said, there is absolutely no way they stopped this guy. No way they stopped Marshawn Lynch from getting in that end zone. No way. So I got some numbers for you.
Okay.
You know, I kind of got my little cheat sheet right here. I jotted some stuff down. So check this out right here. First of all, I'm going to give you a stat on Tom Brady that if you don't like Tom Brady, it's really going to change the way you look at Tom Brady. First of all, the Seahawks did not score at all in the fourth quarter. They were up 10 points at the end of the third, if I'm not mistaken, and didn't score any more in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter alone, Tom Brady was 13 of 15. Woo! 124 yards, 2 TDs for a 140.7 QB rating. That was one quarter. 13 of 15, 124, and 2 TDs.
Man.
Tom Brady, and you know, shout out, rest in peace to the homie Stuart Scott. But man, Tom Brady is truly as cool as the other side of the pillow, man.
Yeah.
They was getting to Tom. They was knocking the hell out of Tom. He was still just hanging in there, just throwing the football like he was in the backyard tossing the football to one of his kids. That was an amazing stat to me. For the entire game, He was 37 of 50. He threw the ball 50 times. 37 of 50, 328 yards, and 4 TDs. Now, like you mentioned, he did have the 2 INTs, but that's a crazy game, man. That's a crazy game. But talking about Marshawn Lynch did finish the game with 24 carries for 102 and 1 TD. So, I mean, in a game where they tried their best to key in on Marshawn Lynch, and he still was moving the ball pretty easily. Pretty easily.
Let me say something. Let me say something about Seattle defense. They was comparing Seattle defense to the Ravens when they cooked with Trent Dilfer at quarterback. You know, that Ravens defense, they was comparing them to the Ravens defense and the 85 Bears. No, sir. Because I'm going to tell you what. If them Ravens and if them Bears had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter, no way they're giving up that lead. No way.
It's over.
So, and I don't get me wrong, y'all, because what I'm about to say, y'all going to be like, wow, I love Richard Sherman. But Richard Sherman, they only threw his way one time. But as a collective defense, Richard Sherman runs his mouth. A lot of those guys over there talk, and they gave up the draws in the fourth quarter. A 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, they gave it up. I don't care if your offense didn't move an inch. They gave it up, man, because like Spade just told you the stats of Tom Brady, he cooked in the fourth quarter. He cooked.
He did.
Now
He picked them apart.
He really did. And speaking of, a lot of people want to talk about this play that Pete Carroll ran at the end too. They was up 10 in the fourth quarter. They ended up stopping Tom Brady. They ended up stopping the Patriots one time. They got the ball back. The Patriots stopped them, forced them to punt. They got the ball back again. I don't know why the Patriots kept trying to run LeGarrette Blount. That just wasn't it. I think he only had 40 yards.
Trying to keep the defense honest, bro.
I guess they was trying to keep him honest, but that wasn't it. I don't think that was fooling anybody. But I'm going to tell you, they got the ball back. They ended up stopping them again. Seattle got the ball back again. I don't know. See, my problem was them plays. When they stopped the Patriots, them plays, and they got the ball back again, what was Seattle doing? They had brought in Turbin, and I think Turbin got a couple of runs, and then they brought back in the kid Chris Matthews. Excuse me. They brought in Chris Matthews. They tried to take him deep again. That didn't work because they had switched up and put Brandon Browner on him. A taller receiver. A taller DB. They put a taller corner on him, and that didn't work. And then they forced him to punt again. And after that, for the Patriots, it was no looking back. Tom Brady, it was like flame on. Like, he turned up.
Yeah.
He turned up.
Yeah.
But if that defense is no comparison to them Ravens or them 85 Bears, because if they was up 10, it would have been game. It was game. Believe that.
Well, I tell you, the 85 Bears, I was a young buck, but the 85 Bears was a team that everybody liked. Well, maybe not everybody, but they had so much charisma.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I can say about this Seahawks defense and the 85 Bears defense, well, they both had pretty talented offenses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that Ravens team,
they
ain't get it done on the defensive side of the ball.
They was terrible. They was terrible.
It was an L. But let me not steer too far away, man. Let me give you some more numbers. I told you guys I'm a big-time fan of Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman is one of the toughest guys in the league. He's not a big guy in stature. He's only 5'10 or 5'11. But he plays every play like he's trying to make the team. I've seen this guy ragdoll on the field. Like, Brady overthrow him. He dives and lays out flat for the ball. He doesn't catch the ball, but he falls to the ground. His head is bumping off the turf. He's ragdolling. Just going 115%. And Edelman played this game hurt. He injured his hip in the previous game against the Indianapolis Colts and played this game injured and still had 9 catches for 109 yards for 1 TD. To counter that, man, the kid that we didn't know much about, Chris Matthews, this guy had 4 receptions for 109 yards and a TD. So it was, that's what you want to see in a game this big. You expect your stars to step up, but you also want to see, or you kind of need to see that X factor. It's got to be that guy that maybe they didn't game plan for. You know what I'm saying? That comes up and makes several big plays. And Chris Matthews was that guy. For a while, we was thinking, wow, is this guy going to be the MVP of the Super Bowl?
He looked amazing. He had like 4 catches for what you said, 102, 109?
109.
Like, who is this guy? He didn't have a catch all regular season. He didn't have a catch all regular season. He was pretty amazing. But let me tell you, Julian Edelman is one of those guys. He was a college quarterback. That dude is one of those guys that just want to play football. He's a football player. Like, he ain't a wide receiver. He's not a quarterback. He's not a run. He's a football. He plays football.
I don't know, bro. He's a damn wide receiver.
I mean, now he's a wide receiver, but he was a quarterback in college, and he cooked in college too. Right. But I'm just saying, he's the type of player that if you tell Julian Edelman to play special teams, he's going to play special teams.
Right.
Like, that's what he was. You know, that's what he'd do. And I mean, to me, he could have easily been chosen as the MVP. I mean, he was beasting. He was beasting. I mean,
that man took a hit from Cam Chancellor.
Yeah,
Cam Chancellor tried to cut him in half.
Man, I thought he knocked him out, man.
I thought I saw Julian Edelman's soul was starting to float out his body. That joker bent back. It looked like he was trying to play Twister. You see it? He had his feet down. He had the elbow on green. He got the hell knocked out of him. And he was still trying to pick up yardage after that. I mean, the guy's just tough as nails, man. Tough as nails.
Yeah, man. But let me ask you, Spade. Overall, you know, we don't want to keep him too long. Overall, this Super Bowl 49, well, how do you feel about it? Do you think it was one of the best? Would you put it as the best you ever seen? Or, you know, let me know.
Well, I try not to do, you know what I'm saying? It's fresh in my mind. So I want to say it's the greatest. Yeah. But that's unfair because it's been so long since I've seen these other games. I really have to go back and probably rewatch some of this old footage. But hands down, it's definitely one of the greats that I've seen personally. I'm not talking about what happened before I was here, but that I've seen, man, you know, that's all you want to see is a good game. Even if you're a Seahawks fan, you want to see your team fight. And with that ending, you guys can't really be mad at your players. You get a chance to walk away and be mad at the coach. You know, I think it was a great game. Now, the question for you is, what does that fourth quarter performance do for Tom Brady and his legacy, in your opinion?
And I know a lot of people are going to be waiting for me to say he's the greatest of all time. He's definitely one of the greatest of all time. I don't know if I could say Tom Brady. I can't say he's the greatest of all time, man. I just can't say that. I can't. One of the greatest. Maybe top 3, top 2. I just can't say Tom Brady is the greatest of all time, man. I can't say it. I think this was Tom Brady's 4th ring, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Joe Montana had 4 rings. Joe Montana never lost in the championship, man. I love Joe Montana. I'm sorry, y'all. Call me biased. I'm not even a 49er fan, but I just love Joe Montana. And a lot of people are going to be like, well, Joe Montana had Jerry Rice and Roger Craig and John Teller and these guys. Dwight Clark. You know what I mean?
True.
They're going to be like, Tom Brady really don't have, you know, exceptional weapons around him. But Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I can't say Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time. I can't. What about you, though, Spade?
Yeah, I mean, the game has changed. The rules have changed. You know, what defensive players can do to receive. Man, I got so much respect for defensive backs in the league today. It's so much that they can't do. You know, so that's why quarterback passing numbers are up across the league. It's not just, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look around the league, all quarterbacks' numbers are up. So, I can't say he's the greatest of all time, but man, I tell you what, this guy, he's an amazing guy to watch. The guy remains cool, and I think it's tough to look at him and say he's not the real deal because he just doesn't look like that tough as nails QB. But you put him on the field, man, and that guy, he's an assassin, man. And if you show any sign of weakness, if he smell blood, it's a wrap. And I was shocked that he didn't go at Sherman more, but he didn't have to. He did what he needed to do to get the win, and man, it was a tremendous performance, and I think he was deserving of that MVP. When I saw his fourth quarter numbers, he was deserving.
Yeah. I think it was an excellent game, man. That's all. As a football fan, if your team not in, all you can ask for is an amazing game, and that's what we got last night. I hope all you guys enjoyed it, regardless of what team you was rooting for. You know, I ain't really had no dog in that fight, so I really didn't care who won. I know I picked the Seahawks, but that's, you know, picked them for the strong arm sports. You know, I really didn't care if the Seahawks won or lost. I really didn't care. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I'm a Cowboy fan. But it was an amazing game. Both teams played well. You know what I mean? Regardless how you feel about that last play or the conspiracy theorists, whatever. But it was definitely one of the best Super Bowls I've seen. Probably not the best, because one of my favorite Super Bowls, I don't know if you remember when the Rams played the Titans and it came down, he tried to stretch the ball out. That was one of the best Super Bowls I've seen. For the end I think it was Kevin Dyson. Yeah. Kevin Dyson.
Yeah.
Steve McNair kind of put the Titans on his back that game too. That was one of the best Super Bowls I've seen.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was definitely a great one. So I can't complain. You got anything else, babe?
No, man. We're gonna wrap it up. I do want to say this one thing. I don't know how many of you guys hung around to the end, but we are starting a channel. This might get a little confusing, so listen to me here. We are still going to upload here every week.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is we want to use our channel to archive the shows, because we're getting comments from people that they don't always know how to find the shows. And sometimes the shows are buried, in between gaming videos, and people who aren't that YouTube savvy are having a difficult time finding the video. So what we're going to do is we have our channel. We're going to ask you guys to go through and subscribe to our channel, because we can't archive our videos until we get at least 500 people over there. So if you guys help us out, we get 500 people to subscribe over there. We can archive every show from here on that channel. And you can go through there and just watch every episode. Every time our episode is uploaded here, we'll archive it there, and it'll be there for you to watch. It still benefits, the show. It helps the show grow, and it'll be easier for you guys who's searching for the video. So I'll put that information in the description. I'll probably put it in the comment section. I'll put it wherever
I'll leave a comment.
Yeah, right.
I'll leave a comment down there. And I want you guys to leave a comment down there as usual. Let me know what your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Let me know whether you think it's conspiracy theory. I mean, whatever you think happened, leave it in the comment section. We always read. We always lurking and reading what you guys write. If you new, bang that subscribe button up there. Bang that like button down there. Show your support, man. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate all y'all. It's been another great episode, the Super Bowl 49 special, man. You're going to be doing stuff like this periodically, so you always got to be watching, man.
Yes, sir.
You always got to be watching. But we appreciate all y'all, man. We'll see you guys next episode. Peace.
Money team.